Welcome back, everybody. Okay, well, comedian Mekki Leeper, he tells jokes, writes stories, makes movies, even plays a Montana nurse on TV. Well, luckily, he prescribed some time to chat with me. Stay tuned. Let's check it out.
Okay, Mekki, I have to say, you're a really busy person with a stand-up tour, movies, and then, of course, your role on St. Dennis Medical. So thank you so much for taking the time.
Oh, hey, thanks for having me. I really appreciate it.
Of course. Okay, so I mentioned all of those incredible things that you do. What do you like to do best, would you say, out of all of those things? The stand-up, the movies, the St. Dennis. What's like your favorite?
I think I like St. Dennis the best. I do. Stand up can be very stressful and often humiliating. Jury duty was scary. You know, the whole time we were like, what if this goes terribly wrong? And College Girls was fun, but it was my first show, so I was really nervous. But St. Dennis is great. You get to goof off with your friends. I dress like a guy who has a real job. I feel like I'm contributing to society. It's great.
I love that you said that. That's so funny. And honestly, a lot of us at the station love St. Dennis Medical. It's like kind of been our go-to show. So we're
Oh
all
wow.
huge fans. Yeah. So you've been doing such a great job. So thank you. It
Ah,
was so
thanks
cool.
so much. Thank you.
Yes, of course. Well, so it seems that you're very obviously different in real life to your character Matt on Dennis Medical, but like what would you say appealed to you about that particular role? Because I mean, it's just such a great character.
I thank you. That's kind of you to say. Yeah, I always wanted to be on a show like The Office or something like that. And so this was, I mean, it was a dream to even get asked to read for a show like this. But Matt is so specifically like, he's this like silly, funny guy who's so sort of sheltered and naive in his childhood that he gets away with saying some of the most sort of bizarre things that anybody gets to say on the show. So, I mean, it's like, I feel very lucky to be weird Matt, but I think I'm kind of similar, man. I don't know. He's like a kind of an awkward guy that embarrasses himself a lot. I'm like, I think that is kind of close to the real me. I don't know.
Hey, kudos to you for being able to admit it. I think the weirder and more awkward you are, and like the fact that you can admit to that, that's kind of my thing too. I'm like, you know what? I'm
It's just
weird.
who I am.
I mess up all the time. Yeah, it's just
Yeah.
how things go. It makes it that much better. Okay,
Yeah.
I love
Yeah.
that. Do you have like a memorable nurse moment in your life? I think a lot of us have like, oh, there was that one nurse that made a difference, or even like, oh gosh, that one nurse, you know? Do you have a memorable nurse moment?
All of these are relatively recent. Since the show has come out, I have like, happened to get sick a few times and I was like in the hospital, kind of gross, but I was sick in a way where I was like, I wish no one was perceiving me right now. And I was kind of confronted with a new reality, which is like, I'm not a famous person at all, but it's a hospital. So it's like, of course they're going to watch like a hospital show. So it's
Right.
like, you're at the lowest moment of your life, you look gross, you're getting sick everywhere or whatever, and somebody comes in, you're like, hey, you're that guy, and it's like, no, not now, please. So there is that is a little that's a little rough nurse
Oh
moment
my
there.
gosh, that's okay. That's actually a great place to be recognized, though. You're like, well, does that mean you're going to take care of me more?
That's been my scheme. Yeah, like I'm like, am I getting better healthcare because of the show? That's what it's all about.
Right, there you go. That's the go-to. And Matt has a crush on Serena. Can we talk about that for a sec?
I listen, I don't, I can only say what we've seen. No spoilers here, but who knows, man? I think there are a lot of new things in Matt's life. Could a relationship be one of them? Has he ever been in a relationship before ever? Has he spoken to women before? We don't know. It's genuinely hard to say based on his behavior. So surely a lot to come from Matt.
Definitely. I'm really excited to see where that takes us because yeah, I think a lot of us had that question in mind. So definitely some nice little story arcs to come here. Okay, so you're coming to Denver, you're coming to play Comedy Works. We're so excited. What are you going to be talking about in your set? Any kind of teasers you can give us?
Oh man, I mean talking about Matt embarrassing himself. I'm talking about embarrassing myself sort of throughout my entire life, childhood, dating, making horrible mistakes in professional environments, etc. So, yeah, it's a lot about me, but I think it's funny and humiliating stuff about being a strange guy. So, come check that out.
Can I get, I know you said that you love The Office and you were always hoping to kind of be on a show like it. Can I get like a look to camera like you would on like kind of a gym look for me?
Oh man, a gym look. I think Listen, I don't know if I can pull off a Jim look, but I feel like my Matt look to camera it's not like Jim. Jim is like self-assured and like, can you believe what's happening? Matt is usually caught and terrified. So I feel like Matt's look to camera is very like, you know, and that is sort of a child with their hand in the cookie jar vibe is where Matt sits most of the time, I feel.
I love that. It's the Mac / Mekki look. I love it so much. I'm caught like that a lot too, like the oops.
Exactly. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, well, Mekki, thank you so much for taking the time. We cannot wait for you to come to Denver. We can't wait for more Matt on season 2 of St. Dennis and the rest of the season. We seriously, we love what you've been doing. So keep it coming. Can't wait to see all the other cool stuff you're doing.
Thank you so much. Really appreciate it. Comedy Works, get tickets this weekend. All right.
Well, such a great guy. See Mekki Leeper at the Comedy Works downtown tonight through Saturday. For tickets and info, go to comedyworks.com.